Hi there, and welcome. It's Tuesday. Yes, normally you would be seeing me on a Friday, but I'm stepping in early because I've had several questions in the past few days about how to correctly cite and format your references and citations. So let me go in and show you the example that it's been requested of me. I'll quickly just change over here so I'm not doing this whole video just with a talking head. All right. I'm going to go to group 19 and into the assignment 3A discussion because this is where the video is that was asked about. It's right here, the reflective writing video. And just a word of caution that your reflective essay is not an essay about reflective writing. So if you're considering citing any of the references um, about the models that we've been talking about, that discussion of reflective writing should be incredibly brief. You don't actually have to discuss reflective writing and the models of reflective writing in this essay because it's not about reflective models of writing. So I hope I've emphasized that enough because sometimes we do get an essay that is about reflective writing and that will not score well. It would be very lucky to pass if you wrote an essay about reflective writing and talked about this model, the DIEP model, for example. We want you to talk about your experiences in this unit and we want you to talk reflectively. The reason why we looked at models of reflection was to give you some inspiration about how you might approach writing reflectively. Alrighty, let's get on. I think I've got enough. I've got an itchy nose every time I turn the camera and I get an itchy something. Alrighty, that's not to say that you can't mention briefly um, where your inspiration came from for the style that you're about to write in. Okay, so this is this reflective writing video. Let's go straight to the source, which is in YouTube. So click on watch YouTube video. I'm going to pause that so it doesn't continue. So all the information we want is right here on this page to insert into our um, reference formatting and citation formatting. But how can we make sure that we're getting that right? Well, I highly recommend that you use Academic Writer. Of course, you can watch all the videos on APA referencing. You can go into the library style guide, which is a great idea. But frankly, I think Academic Writer is a great way to do it because it's created by the people whose style you're trying to emulate. So let's go to the library. I've got a shortcut. For those of you who are regular viewers of my Friday Live, you'll know I've got a shortcut to APA Style Guide in the library. And Academic Writer, click on Try It Now. And I'm sure the person who asked me how to reference this is ready to knock me on the head because they just want the answer. But I'm going to show you how to not only get the answer to this one question, but this is how you can find the answer to all of your citing or many of your citing and referencing questions. So apology for making this 15-minute video to answer one simple question. Alrighty, so what I want to do, I want to add a reference. So I click on add references. Am I logged in? Yes. Welcome, Graeme. If it says welcome, not welcome, Graeme, it means I'm not logged in as myself. So I want to make sure I'm logged in, which I am. Okay, click on add references. And here you need to choose the reference type that you're going to create. It's not a journal article. I'll tell you quickly now that I need to scroll here past audio visual media, although you might be inclined to click on film or video. That's not what it is. They've got a special one for YouTube and it's under websites, social media and online forums. So if you choose the right type of source, then you'll be on the right track for creating the correctly formatted citation and reference. Let's click on YouTube. And it also gives me two options here. I can either cite a YouTube video or a YouTube channel. If we go back to this video that I'm going to cite and reference, the channel name is this, Academic Skills, the University of Melbourne. The name of the video is Reflective Writing. So I'm actually going to be specific. I'm going to cite Reflective Writing video rather than just the channel. So let me go back to here and click on YouTube video. And now it populates the information that I need to provide to create the citation. It's not an individual, the author. Here, we're going to do the author first. It's a group. So I click on group. I go back here. It's asking for the name of the group and also the screen name of the group. So with YouTube, the screen name of the group would be this name here that is basically the channel name. So I'm going to just copy the channel name or the screen name, and I'm going to pop it in here. It didn't work because maybe I pressed the wrong button. Let me do that again. Click away. Okay, select all of that. Click on copy and then paste. There we go. That's better. Okay, now the name of the organization is the University of Melbourne. So I'm going to just take that bit there, copy that, paste that in there. So now I've got the group, which is the University of Melbourne, and the screen name, which is Academic Skills. That's the name of the channel. Now, the month and year. If we go back to the video again, you can see here that it was created 6 years ago. When I mouse over, you can see that the date comes up. But if you click on more, that will give you the exact date, the 2nd of June 2017, and it also provides a description of the video as well, if you're interested in that. So 2nd of June 2017, back to Academic Writer. 2017 is the year, and then June, I think it was the 2nd of June. The title of the video, back to the video, let's grab this title, Reflective Writing. You can see I do a lot of copying and pasting because I want to save myself the work. And now it wants the source or the URL. So you could just go up and copy it. You can't see that there. So click on share. And you could just copy this. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Click on copy, back into Academic Writer, and paste that here. But because it's already got this at the beginning, change that. See HTTPS, choose the HTTPS, and that sorts that URL out. It's asking for a description. You don't have to put the description in. I'm just going to go back and grab it anyway. As I said, this is the video description here. It's just a short one-liner, so I'm very happy to use their words. Here, this actually won't go into, this won't show up in your citation. This is just a note within the reference that you're inserting, creating. And okay, so that's all the information you need, just those pieces, the author, the date of publication, the title, and the URL, the location. You don't need the other bits. And then just click Add to My References. Did that add it? Let me try that one more time. Add to My References. Saving, that's better. And that's all I need to do. So if I go to my references now, you'll see it shows up here as the last reference. So for your reference list, your list of references, you could just copy and paste that into your list of references, provided the formatting stays the same. Make sure that the title, Reflective Writing, is in italics, and the rest of it is not in italics. Alrighty. Now, how do we, what does the in-text citation look like? Well, let's go to my papers now. In Academic Writer, I've created a few different papers to show you how you can use it. Let's click on, I started I provided a structural, this document for assignment 3, the reflective essay. I created this back in week 1. There's a video that shows you about this, and you can look that up and see how you might structure your essay by following the guidance that I provided in that week 1 video. But I want to insert that citation that we just created. So I'm going to pop it in here at the end of this first sentence. This first sentence says, this reflective essay delves into my personal development journey within this academic unit, focusing on 5 critical areas: time management, academic self-efficacy, learning and communicating online, progressing towards a specific unit goal, and advancing towards a specific course goal. I'm just going to add a line here to let the reader know what model of reflection I'm using. And I'm just going to write that exactly. Using the using the DIEP reflective model, using the DIEP reflective model. And then I click on Insert, Find and Cite Reference. I come down here to that DIEP video and then click on Cite, and it's parenthetical. And is it a quotation? No. If you want more if you got a question about this bit, ask me in the discussion board. But it will take too long to explain right now. And you can see there it's included the in-text citation with the name of the author and the date of publication. The cool thing about Academic Writer is that it has also added it as a reference to your list of references. So if I click here on references, you'll see it's added it to my paper. That's not really what I wanted to show you. Let me go to the preview instead. So this is the actual paper here. So this is the cover page. Then there's that that introduction that I mentioned, and here's where I've added that line using the DIEP reflective model, and that's the in-text citation there. But if I go to the final page where the reference list is, it has automatically included the reference as well. So this is why I like Academic Writer. It's doing all the work for you. Well, I mean, you're doing a little bit of the work. You're inputting the data that's required to create the citation or reference, but then it's using that data to add the correct formatting. So that's very useful. Let's look at another quick example before we go. I'm going to click back into the body paragraphs. And if I go down here to my body paragraph 4, this is just some structural information here. Like I said, watch my week 1 video to show you what this is all about. But this is just my planning of what I'm going to write. So I'm going to do body paragraph 1. It's going to be 250 words on time management. The example I'm going to show you is down here, the paragraph on my unit goal. And I've said here, my unit goal for this teaching period is to further develop my skills in cross-cultural competency. Then I'm using a quote, a direct quote from the Future Work Skills Report. And the direct quote is this line here within quotation marks, and I say, my unit goal for this teaching period is to further develop my skills in cross-cultural competency, a skill that focuses on the ability to operate in different cultural settings. Now, because I'm using a direct quote, I need to include the page number that this direct quote appeared on, as in my in-text citation. So let me show you how to do that. We've already added Davies, Fiddler, and Gorbis as a reference here in Academic Writer, but I need to add the in-text citation. So I click right there directly after the direct quote, before the full stop. I'm going to put a space there and then click on Insert, Find and Cite Reference. It's this one here, Davies, Fiddler, and Gorbis. Click on Cite. Again, this is all okay. Click on Submit, and it's added the in-text citation, perfectly formatted, except for the page number. To add the page number, just move the cursor inside the bracket just after the 2011 then you would put a comma. This quote appears on page 9 in that document, so then I need to do P for lowercase p for page, a dot, space, and 9. And that's how you cite a direct quote with the author, the date of publication, and the page number that the direct quote appears on. Let's have a quick look at the preview to see what that looks like on an actual page. Go to page 2. Actually, I think it's on page 3. Yeah, here it is here. And this is what it looks like on the actual page. Again, if we go to our final page, you'll now see that Davies, Fiddler, and Gorbis report has been added to our list of references automatically. We didn't have to do a thing. Let's just go to the last page. There it is, and it's even in alphanumeric order. So even though we cited the University of Melbourne first, APA Writer knows that this list needs to be in alphabetical order, so it's put the Davies, Fiddler, and Corbis source above the University of Melbourne source. Too good. Alrighty, that's all I wanted to show you. Hopefully that's of some use to you, and apologies to the person who asked the question. It's taken you 16 minutes to get to the answer. Thanks for joining me today on this extra guidance on APA style. I'll catch up with you in the discussions if you have any more questions, or if you want to post samples of your writing using referencing. I'm happy to provide feedback in the discussion boards on your attempts at citing and referencing. And I've got to tell you, if you go into the discussions and have a look at some of the examples, some of the posts, they're really good and they're quite inspiring. Bye for now.